Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Cook on first down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
Well, this offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 with a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, but something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On play action, Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Left side, Cook. And a second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Here's Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They're going to run for it. It's Moss. Fights loose. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Going with Moss on the ground.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On second down, Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Allen off the play fake. Rolling to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Fields now to throw.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll run with Cook. Now this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
Allen going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Open man, completes it to Butler.
And brought down, but not before
approaching the 45-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. Throw left side, caught by Butler. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
You're not ready. Let's get that ball, Let's get that ball right here. 45.
Fields on first down.
This one complete to Butler. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Fields throwing again.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Hakeem Butler, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal.
McCann's got it teed up.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing is Allen on third. Buying time to his left. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And running with power here. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
At the 18-yard line.
Let's get off the field.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Gregory Rousseau in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
45, 45. Mike, 45. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll fire one deep for Westbrook. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. A minute 52 to play until halftime.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Cook on the toss left. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To the air, Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Flushed out right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And he missed it. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Bring it. Bring it. Hey, check.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
And from the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Throwing after the interception, Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Butler. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
45.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Fields. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
45's the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 45.
Off play action, Fields.
Open man, Butler complete. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
On 2nd and 9, Allen. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Isaiah McKenzie. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Bills 31, Bears 7. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
A.J. Epinesa.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
And oh, he coughed it up. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead will swell by one more.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
You ain't going to burn
A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead.
45. Bears 7. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Pick me up. Here we go. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. He's coming.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
45. Mike, 45. I don't think you got it now.
On first down, Fields.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing now is Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket, because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
At the 12-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This taken in at the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he will have the Bears 1st down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On play action, Fields.
Looking long for Westbrook. And my goodness, another interception. Snags it for the pick.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Fields now to throw.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Eluding the pressure. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
At the 9-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead will swell by one more.
Bears 9.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bills, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.